Now let's put all things together, and we will do a big exercise which is very important for a system administrator. So that's adding a user and then setting a password and switch back and forth from root user to the regular user. So that would be our first activity. Then after that, we will go for the again adding user into the group, adding user into the group, then deleting the user and deleting the group. And final one is just using id command to know about the user. And finally, if there is anything, just deleting the user and user group. Oh, that's what we are going to do. These are the activities that we are going to do. Okay, so let's open Ubuntu this time. I will extend it a bit more. So now there are actually three types of users: root, system users, and then regular users. Root users can be added because as a root user only I can do all these activities. So um, I can add either a system users or a processes as a user or a regular user. So we have two types of commands here: user add and then add user. So if you use user add, it will only create a user, a process user. A process user will not have a home address or home directory. For example, we will add user add AWS. I'm adding AWS. As it got added, if you have doubt, you can check AWS. Here it is. UID, user ID for AWS is 1003. This is not a system user. This is a user as a process. And group ID is 1003 and groups is this. But definitely it will not have home address. See, yes, you have a Rama user, Ubuntu. That's it. Only two users. AWS has not been allocated a particular home directory. So that is what I'm saying. This, if you use a user add command, you can create a user only for the process. So similarly, we will add few more: user add Docker and then user add Jenkins. So we got created three users now. These are processes as a users. Now we will create an actual users. So for that we have to use add user command. Add user and then first name would be Charan. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. Adding user Charan, adding new group Charan 1006, adding new user. So now it's asking and creating a home directory for Charan, that is /home and then Charan. So this is the home directory for the Charan. So now password is asking. I'll give the password and I'll retype the password. It's done. Full name it's asking Charan and then room number I take 1004 something 1006, anything you can take. Work phone 73891 and home phone anything again and others anything. And is this information correct? Absolutely. That's it. Your regular user is ready. If you have doubt, you can clearly check. I'll just clear the screen here. Just a minute. Yes. Now cd home. Here it is. Charan. That's what I'm saying. Similarly, we will add few more users. That is add user Divya. Same password, password, name, room number, anything, work phone, anything, home phone, anything, other, anything. And why? That's it. Alice, Divya is ready. This is the home directory of the user, regular user Divya. And each we are giving password also. And you will add one more user, that is add user Surya. Okay. So password, name, room number, and phone number, other, and then Y. That's it. Okay. Okay. Yes, done. Surya is also done. So three users, three regular users had been added, and three users as process has been added. So now let's verify these users from the file directly from the file. So let me clear the screen first. Yes, it's been cleared. Now let's use a tail, and how many? I want 4. So last etc pass wd. Here it is Jenkins, Charan, Divya, Surya. These are the 4 users that has been added recently. So I'll put 6 because I've added 6 now. So let's look into the 6. See, AWS, Docker, Jenkins, Charan, Divya, Surya. So that's how it works. So if you want to check it, ID and Docker, UID, user ID of Docker, group ID of Docker, groups and everything. So we have added 6 users, 3 are regular users and 3 are user as a process. So now let me clear the screen. So now one more activity I have to do here is switching forth and back and forth from user to, because for all I have added the password, but still if I want to change the password I can change, but before that I'll switch back and forth. So now I'm a root user. I want to become Surya. Just type Surya. So I become a Surya. So now from here I want to become Charan. So you can see who. That's Ubuntu. Who? Okay. Who am I? Surya. Okay. So now I'll switch to Charan. It's asking password. That's it. Who am I? This is Charan, bro. Here it is. That's how you switch from one user to user and back to sudo. So then I will switch to Divya, and password is Divya. And who am I? This is Divya. Okay. And from here even you can switch to AWS. Password I did not give. I do not have. So I can't switch. Okay. Let me clear the screen first. Let's set up the password for those. Pass WD AWS. You may not view or modify password. Okay, got it. First, let me become a sudo password. Okay. This is one more issue. Okay, I'll become Ubuntu at least. Hi, Ubuntu password is also not there. Okay, here I'm facing one issue. When I want to switch from sudo from normal user to root user, it's saying this user is not in the sudoers file. So how I now at this moment I can't handle because I have to do some other things. So I will solve this issue, uh, because but you note it down why we are unable to uh, become a sudo, or we are unable to become a root user because of we are not in the sudoers file. So once we add ours into the sudoers file, then we can become a root user. Okay, so that we will do in a later session, but for now let's close it. I'll Yeah, let me get it. Yeah, now I came to root user. So now I will add passwd for AWS. So I'll give password for AWS, and AWS password is password do not match. Okay, that's fine. So I'll give passwords one more time. AWS. Yes, we have added a password for AWS, and similarly we will add password for Docker also. Passwd for Docker. That's a Docker. That's a Docker. So even we have added the password for Docker too. And passwd for Jenkins. 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 Oh, that's fine. Let me do it one more time. Jenkins. Yes, this time it's done. So we successfully attached a password for AWS, Docker, and Jenkins. Anyway, other three users anyway have the passwords with them. Okay, so now let's try to switch back and forth from root user to AWS, root user to Charan. Yeah, from Charan to AWS. It's asking password. I'll give the password now. Okay. Then clear. Yes, I'm in AWS user. So let me exit back to Charan, and then again we'll do that. So Charan, so AWS password AWS, and who am I? This is AWS. That's what I'm saying. So there are two types of users again. In the regular user, one will have all access with the home directory. Other one is like a process. It will not have a home directory. So AWS is that kind, and then Charan is of a regular user with the home directory. Okay. So now, so it's time. So we added user, we set password, when we switch to user, all done. So now it's time to add into the group. Before deleting, it's time these things to be added into the group. So for that, what I will do is I'll take the same one, but before that let me come out, exit, and exit. So I am as a root user now. So let me clear the screen first, and now I will create a group. I'll create a group name as iDevOps for you. This is the group I have to create. So I'll create that group, and I will add all these users into that group. Group command. Group add is the command which we use to create a group, and group name is iDevOps for you. Okay, so your group has been created. If you have doubts, you can check it. So now what we have to do is to add all these groups, all these users into this group. Either we can do it in a two different way. Either you open the group file and add the names directly there, or in another way, use a command, the user mod command. User mod command, and then A option and capital G option, and group name is iDevOps for you, and user you want to add is AWS. That's it. It's been added. If you want to check ID AWS, here it is. Group ID is this and 1009. This is what the group ID iDevOps for you. It's been added for that. Now you can do the same for other groups also. That's Docker, and then other one is Jenkins. Let's check the group file now. Okay, let's clear the session, and cat etc and group. Yes, here it is. iDevOps for you with the group ID 1009 and consists of 3 users has been attached with this group. That's AWS, Docker, and Jenkins. Now I will show you a second method. Here, to add a group, to add a user to this group, the other method is okay, got it. So I'll do vim and etc group. Yep. So here it is. I'll find that iDevOps group. It is at the bottommost. iDevOps for you is a group 1009. I will add other users directly. Okay. Charan and Surya. And let me click escape and then save it and quit it. Yes. So let me clear the screen, and then now I will check ID Charan. Team 1009 iDevOps for you. That's it. It's been added to that group. And similarly, I will check for ID Surya. Here it is. Team 1009 iDevOps for you. It's been added for this group also. This is how you do it, either using a command or directly writing and adding a user name into the group file. So I'll do the same again. This time I will use command to add it to the group, but this time the username is Divya. Yes, it's done. ID Divya. That's it. See, it's been added. iDevOps for you. So that's how we add groups. So now let's look into deleting user and deleting groups. How do you delete the users and how do you delete the groups? For that, again we'll get back to our space. Let me clear the screen first, and then let's check how many users are there. Regular users. So Charan, Divya, Rama user, Surya. Ubuntu is basic. So by default it has come up with distribution when we install it. So to delete, I have to use user del, and then r recursive, whatever is there in that, and then Jenkins is the one. Of course, I will delete Surya first from here in spite of Jenkins. Let's see. Okay, Surya mail spool not found. That's fine. That's it. It's been deleted. Here it is. Surya is gone. Now you can delete the AWS account also. User Dell, sorry, not AWS account, the AWS user also. User Dell or AWS. So of course they do not have even directory because that's a different way of creation. Okay, so let me check AWS. No such user, so that also has been deleted. Okay, and then now, is it possible to delete the group? Yes, it is possible to delete the group. For that we have to use group del and iDevOps for you. That's it. The group has been deleted. If you have doubt, you can check it. Cat etc group gone, gone. There is no iDevOps for you. Let me clear the screen again. So that's it. That's how you create and you delete the groups, users, and all the information one by one. Okay. So this the final part. Anyway, deletion of user and deletion of group, we have done it, and id command also we have used it so many times, but still I'll show one more time. Id Charan. See, when you use id and then username, it will give the information about that user. Is uid, is gid, and which group is part of, and everything will be shown there. Okay.